You gotta use today's terminology. I think
Okay.
you're really falling behind.
Needs to just speak with a different voice
Yeah.
to get with the times.
You have to speak as if you've never had lips. So we're back from our tremendous hiatus. We've got a show to do, so many topics still to cover, plus we're adding something new, a sort of hybrid of the normal show, except we add a friend or maybe two, you really never know, because B and I intend on shining light on people that we love, which is why we're hanging all the guests out to dry. Hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode. Oh, hi, B's there too.
Yeah, welcome back.
To the inaugural episode of While the Guest Dries. It's kind of like While the Clothes Dry, except we have a guest.
I mean,
And
luckily
this-
there was that informational cartoon at the beginning of the video.
There was that informational cartoon. I did make that. I don't know if you knew that. I'm getting better at rapping, but that's not why we're here. Today's guest is our good friend Sam LeMark. Sam LeMark is a great storyteller, a great actor, a great singer, and an even better friend. But be careful because the guy will bust your balls. How you doing, Sam?
Pretty good. After that introduction, I don't know how I should be sitting here.
Well, you're hanging, so.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What's up?
Still quite damp from the wash, I do have to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Been through that
fresh.
before.
Yeah.
He's fresh from the wash, I think. We
That
gave
good
him,
smell.
yeah, we gave him that good smell, probably, most likely. How you doing?
Pretty good. It's been a pretty cold year, so I mean this part of the year at least.
Mhm.
Other than that, I try to stay warm. I'm damp right now, so that's a little
Right.
uncomfortable at least.
That's a little chill.
That's our bad. That's our bad. We forgot how cold it is over there.
Yeah, I do have to say I love the show. I've been listening to
Oh,
most of the episodes, so
thank you. Season 1 was a big old rocky road, but we figured it out, and we're getting into our groove here by
Definitely, I
opening
can feel it.
another facet of the show. I think we should address the elephant in the room before we go any further, and that's that all three of us are in different places. And this episode is hosted entirely over Zoom. So I guess it's more the elephant of the rooms, if you will.
You have any sponsors?
The things that keep pulling my socks off in the middle of the night,
Oh, okay.
they really like the show. Yeah. But today, no, we don't have any sponsors. If we did, we would up the quality, but we don't have any. Any cool happenings going on in your life, Sam?
Let me think. Customer service. It happens. Can be some of the best of days or the worst. Family is big and crazy as usual, but I love them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with holidays, it's kind of good to have everyone home, but then at the same time, they're coming to a close, so it's good to have everyone away.
Mhm.
And that empty space is starting to be heard again and felt, which is kind of sad, but
Yeah.
we're making the best of it.
Yeah. Keeping your head up, right?
Mhm.
That's good. That's good to hear. Today we'll be talking about recipes. A little known fact for all of our listeners is that Sam cooks a lot
Well,
and well.
oh, a lot.
One time in college, he made it was like a pork like thing, and it was wrapped in bacon and stuffed with like a stuffing of like meat, and then he made like asparagus or something with it. No, green beans maybe, and mashed potatoes. And I still think about it.
Do
I
you
wish,
actually?
yeah, I do. Like that's actually something I want to learn how to make, and I did not learn from you.
Let's talk about Sam's mashed potato recipe for a second.
Are they good?
I love your mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Sam's mashed potatoes consist of him making mashed potatoes from scratch and then pouring all the meat juices from the steak
Oh
that he
yeah.
made previously and
Wait.
just stirring them in.
You put it into the mashed potatoes before?
I mean, it depends on what you're cooking, because like sometimes you cook something and it doesn't have a lot of juice, so you can't really put all the fixings in there. But if there's a lot of like oil or something left, then you throw that in there.
That makes sense. No, I like Sam's mashed potatoes a lot.
They're good for the soul, I think.
You said once, Alex, that Sam changed your perspective on how you like steak.
Oh yeah, I did.
Can you tell the audience about that?
When I went to college, my mother had instilled the fear in me of raw steak, like rare steak rather. Because she was like, you can get so sick if you eat anything that isn't gray or that isn't like the brown meat, right? And I was like, so then I meet Sam, and the dude is just eating like steak that's like pink in the middle, right? Or like that's still bloody, and I'm like, oh, and he's like, here, bro, you want a steak? And I'm like, you're gonna die. And he was like, what? No, this is how you eat steak. And I was like, that's messed up. But after being his roommate and then his friend, and eating his like the food that he would make, I'm alive. Not only that, but
Oh, that's good.
It tastes really good. Like it tastes good, and I learned that my mother was wrong. And it turns out that I came home one time and I asked my dad to like make, like my dad was making steaks, and I was like, could you make mine like a little rarer? And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And it turns out he likes them that way too. He's just been not doing it that way because of mom for the longest time.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. And so now he cooks ours differently, and he's taught me how to cook them.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
So in a weird way, Sam opened that relationship part up for me.
Now it was the steak, okay?
Oh yeah, that's true. I will say, he got a little crazy toward the end, screaming about the red feast. You know?
Yeah, went a little off the rails.
Oh, we don't need to talk about that red feast.
I think we have to now.
Well, we can just leave it ominous.
Into the air.
Maybe we'll talk about that another day.
Well, listen, the red feast.
Oh no.
It's coming. Or is it? The White Feast.
I've never heard of the White Feast.
We had the White Feast, didn't we?
Did we have the White Feast? B, do you remember the White Feast?
I feel like we did something and we said it was the White Feast.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we just had wasn't that the hard-boiled eggs thing?
I thought that was just like
Egg night.
egg night. Yeah, like it was that we definitely had a fancy word for it. It probably was the white peas, actually.
Do you guys remember when we dyed eggs for Easter?
Oh,
Yes.
Wait, Sam, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he was
my
there.
story. So I wanted to dye eggs for Easter because I wanted to do that. This was the last Easter.
Yeah, this was the last Easter.
So Easter 2021.
Yeah.
And I brought all the mixings and all the things we needed over to Alex's townhouse, and Sam was there, although they were not roommates at the time. And I was like, okay, we're gonna make this, but I need vinegar. So, like, do we have vinegar? The boys didn't have vinegar. The girls had our friends who are the girls who you'll meet some of them had apple cider vinegar. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
We can use this. He just remembered what he did. Do you want to tell the story?
No,
Alex?
no, go
No,
ahead.
this is your story.
You
go
said
for
it's
it.
your story. Yeah.
So we're making it, and I look at the apple cider vinegar, and there's something like floating in it. And I don't know what it is. And it's like, I don't know, it was organic apple cider vinegar. So for all I know, it could have been like apple bits.
Probably, I don't know.
And I pull out this globule, and I'm
That's the
freaking
perfect
out,
word.
like, this looks disgusting. And Alex is like, yeah, but like, I bet it's edible. And this man, foreign body from the apple cider vinegar, and I leave, I go to the couch, I'm like trying to keep it together because I thought that was so nasty.
I eat it. It's
And
gone.
Sam was just kind of laughing because he didn't really know what to do. But he was definitely
He was like mildly uncomfortable, but mostly just having like a ball at the situation. I think
chaotic energy encouraging Alex to eat this because I was like, don't do it. That will kill you.
It's not. It didn't kill me. Okay, and it was gross.
What did it taste like?
It tasted terrible. Like, I don't know how to
Like
explain
vinegar.
that it tasted bad. It looked like apple pie, but it tasted really bad.
Yeah, that was, yeah. I think probably just to explain a little bit about our relationship. Alex and I, first of all, I do love to make recipes. I love to do food. But that right there, that story, great example of just you're a person that is not afraid to like try new things in certain situations. And I really admire that. And it's just that energy that bounces really well between us. Like, I don't think I've ever, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've ever like shut down one of your ideas that you've had. Just one of the crazy things that come into your mind and you're like, I mean, that might not be a good thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It might not be a good thing, but I don't think like, we definitely egg each other on, but I think in a positive way for the most part. Even like the way you cook your food has influenced me, and the way I cook my food influences you. And I think you can tell by the way like what we make now, like how we've influenced each other.
No, I agree with that. But I will say those two as a force opposed to me is so terrifying because in most situations, Sam is on my side and we are like a cohesive unit of individuals. But when Sam gets on Alex's side, in a factor, it becomes an unstoppable force. There's no way that
it's a union between
happening.
logic and chaos.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
both beautiful and terrifying.
Usually I'm just a beetle on my back, but when I get Sam on my side,
you can't use that. That's my thing. You can't do that.
It's just figurative. I'm not gonna do the dance.
Oh,
But I
okay.
would never perform the beetle dance without your consent.
We performed it together.
I said without your consent, dude. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
I wouldn't go to the mall and be like,
Beetle
guys,
dance.
check out this original dance that I came up with. Can you imagine doing that?
I have done flash mobs before. Not that kind, but yeah, I
Oh,
definitely.
that's right. You do it in college, huh?
Yeah, that was
I was
weird.
supposed to do that and I got really sick.
Well,
I
yeah.
was sick with something. I couldn't do
Missed out. I can check that off the bucket list.
Flash mob.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is a pretty good one.
Oh, I know. I totally did a flash mob once. It was when I was in Shrek the Musical in college, and we had that dance that Alex didn't go to.
Oh, I remember that. I was
And I
mad
was
at
super
that dance.
disappointed that Alex was not there.
Why were you mad at that dance?
I can't remember.
Dude, I didn't want to go because like I didn't like dances at that point.
Well, it was like a film festival and then also a dance. But anyway,
A formal
but
though. It was a
me,
formal.
oh yes, me and a group of people who were also in Shrek the Musical had it like the next night or something like that. It was opening night or very soon after. So we did a flash mob of one of the dances and was like, "Hey, come see Shrek the Musical!" Woo! And it was very interesting. But I have done a flash mob. Alex, have you ever done a flash mob?
No.
You ever want to do a flash mob?
You're like, you don't want to do a flash mob?
No, I don't want to do a flash
Fun.
mob. I would rather like do something like else. Like, you know, like something like laser tag or like go to the arcade or something. I don't know. Like
Can
maybe
you do
bowling.
both?
What?
Can you do both?
Do the flash mob while bowling?
Do the flash mob and then you all go bowling.
No. No. I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of like because I've witnessed a flash mob, right? And when you witness a flash mob, you're like, oh, you know?
Is that like a good or like a when is the
No,
next one coming? I need to run ahead.
yeah, it's like a damn. Now I can't reach the Macy's. You know, it's
It's a roadblock.
yeah, it's like I crave Auntie Anne's, and these fuckers are taking up the whole plaza. That's what it is, you know. And they're like, you know, and you're like, they're closing in 5 minutes. So that's why I don't want to be in a flash
I
mob.
have never been to Auntie Anne's.
Really?
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, I
I was about to ask
I
you your
have-
opinion. Wait, what?
Yeah, I've never been. See,
Seen one.
that's the thing about when you have recipes or your own. I don't have a lot of recipes. I just have my own tastes. When you have your own tastes, especially when you were like raised with like homemade food, you don't really want to go out very much to different places
You make your own stuff.
and try. Yeah. So like I've had pretzels
Definitely
before.
been
Like
a
my
bad
mom's
influence a
made
couple
pretzels. But no, never been to Auntie Anne's. I'm sure like
Wow.
Cinnabon's probably pretty bomb. It looks good. It smells delicious.
Those they're a little bit overrated, but Auntie Anne's you gotta.
I mean,
Taste
maybe we'll maybe that'll be the next thing.
There you
I
go.
guess so. No, but I was gonna say I feel like influenced Sam several times to be like, we could cook something, or we could just order something, or go get something,
Yeah.
and then we don't have to cook.
Oh, I do love going out because it's for me. Well, that's another thing. Like a reason why I love food. Not only does it taste good, but it's an act of service, and I love to like cook for people. But it also is like an event, so like brings people together. So I get to have like community. I think food and community go hand in hand, which I know we were discussing like what would our topic be, and it was holidays or recipes, and I think both of those could be totally together, and even tying in like tradition. Like
Definitely.
food is just delicious, and
Yeah.
it's important for everything, you know. I was always told as a kid, like, a party's not a party unless you have food, people, and music.
That makes sense.
So I always try to have all three.
No, yeah, I agree with that, Sam. The idea of like food. What are you laughing at?
No, yeah, I agree. No, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely
Yeah.
correct. No, yeah, you're right.
Drop. Yep.
I agree with I agree with what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm up against?
Sam, if
Oh,
you're a crazy little like man, right? And you got powder, right? Your name is like Samvel Elena, right? And you're a most highest counselor, chancellor in your society in the cold, and right, and you stick your nose into people's business, and then all of a sudden you wake up and your nose is missing, right? And you know that due to your sheer ugliness, you cannot become even higher chancellor in what would you do? Also, you find your nose praying like this, like that Patrick meme in a church.
Well, as an actor, one of my many skills that I am at least proficient in, I actually had to play a character from Aishna Hadidovich
Okay.
in a familiar play called, and my gosh, I am a little embarrassed as a part of this show, The Government Inspector. Not because it was not a good show. It has nothing to do with that. It was something else. But I was the postmaster. If anyone knows that role, he's pretty much like the nosiest individual in the history of plays. Reads everyone's mail and then tells them what it says instead of like giving them their letter.
That's
Yeah, so
illegal.
my nose, it's illegal, but not in Russia. Not if you have Mother Russia on your side and you're doing it for the people. Because that's the people's mail. It's not your mail.
It's exactly.
You know? And that means I can read my mail because it's my mail. It was given to me. But if I saw my nose praying, well, I'd want it back because I want to be attractive, you know.
Okay, so do you just fucking grab that little bastard, or like
did he grow, or is he just the same nose size?
He's particularly like plump, like he's eating things you've never fed him.
Okay.
So he's a little heavier, is what I'm saying.
A little heavier. So he's gonna be bigger on my face, or do I have to squeeze him out? Do I have to like squish him like pus? Just kind of let it ooze out?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a stomach, so it's all just stuck up in his nostrils.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go over while he's praying. Is he actually praying, or is he just faking it?
No, he's devout.
Okay, I'll wait till he's done. Or if 4 minutes pass, because if you pray longer than 4 minutes, he's probably fallen asleep by then.
Yeah.
Then I squeeze it all out and I put him back on.
Yeah.
I think I have
with
the
that pus.
biggest nose of the three. Actually, no, Alex, you might have a bigger nose.
I do.
I do not have a big nose.
It's not fair.
My nose also like kind of bends to one side.
I think mine does too. I think that's most people's noses, I think.
Yeah, I feel like if you really just look at somebody, like you'll realize how like fucked up everyone's face is. Which is why everyone is so like beautiful, you know? Because it's like we're all just everyone's eyebrows are different. Like that's the thing. Like we're just a mess of imperfections. But like it's like, are your imperfections my perfection? You know what I mean?
Profound.
Yeah. But in terms of recipes, right? Have you perhaps been crafting any recently? Like, have you kind of come up with some sort of recipe of your own, something patented by you, or maybe this isn't the
You
place
can't
to
patent a
share.
recipe.
Eh,
I did not know that.
I didn't know
Sure.
that
Yes,
either.
you can't patent or copyright a recipe. It has to be
Oh, because
kept a
it's just
trade secret.
facts.
It's just
Yeah.
facts.
Just facts. Yeah, that is chicken. Okay. That's not your chicken. That's just chicken. Okay.
That's chicken.
So for something like, sorry, quick tangent. For
Yeah.
something like Coca-Cola's recipe or the 11 herbs and spices allegedly kept a secret by KFC, dominant force in our society.
Mhm.
Those are trade secrets. The only reason why they're still like special is because they're a secret.
So I
Same
can
with
make a
like,
secret recipe and then it's fine.
yeah, as long as it like you, so you can't copyright it, you can't patent it. First of all, you can't patent it 'cause it's not an invention, but you can patent an invention that you made to help produce the food. But
So like
yeah,
a method of cutting your chicken.
a machine created to cut your chicken a specific way.
I'm pretty sure you can also do methodologies as well. Like a
Perhaps
technique,
because
like
it is a
secret
form
technique.
of art, perhaps, but it also you have to keep it a secret.
Oh, it would be the secret chicken cutting technique.
But now going back to what Alex was saying, are there any recipes you've been crafting?
Yeah, any little special things you've been crafting on the side, just quietly.
Not really like recipes per se. I like doing like flavor mixing. So like I like having an idea of a flavor or a taste and then working on that. Okay, I lie. I lie.
Okay.
I perfected my hot chocolate recipe.
Ooh.
I did do that, and it's gotten to the point that I'll try making a cup, and my mom comes over and is like, "Almost that's for me, right?" And I'm like, she's like, she's doing like the whole Weight Watchers thing, like no sugar at all, and she's like, that's mine."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Let me just pour more."
Yeah. Let me just make you another one. How about that?
The style, no, neither of you have been, but Italian hot chocolate.
Italy.
I have been to Italy, actually.
Oh wait, you have?
Yes.
I feel like we talked about this.
Conversation.
Yeah.
I was on the plane New Year's Eve 2015 into 2016.
Oh, so you just stopped. You didn't actually stay.
No. Like we were in Italy for like 5 to 7 days.
Wow. Where in
Yeah.
Italy?
I sang in the cathedral in Rome in during one of the papal masses with the Pope.
You haven't seen her white shirt that says like, sure, you might be a gamer with over 600 hours, but I've been to Rome. You haven't seen that shirt that she wears?
No, I must have missed it. I must have missed it.
Anyway, yes, I went to Rome in 2016, early January 2016.
Okay, why have we bonded over that? I mean, I guess we bonded over so much more, but
I think we've talked about it, but I think Alex always felt isolated because he's never been to Italy.
Well, that's like,
oh, it just means you get to show him. Like that's amazing.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I feel like I would never go to like Europe by myself,
No.
So if I went with B, I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable.
And you feel even more comfortable if she's been there before.
Yeah, and like I feel like it wouldn't be like that episode of The Sopranos that Gavin was telling the boys about, where like that guy went to Italy, his home country, and he just stood there, and then he was like, "Wow, this kind of sucks ass," and then he just got back into the plane.
Just to say he's been there.
Yeah, he was just kind of like.
I think maybe because Sam, you went to different places in Rome, in Italy.
I mean, I just went to Rome, so I was in Rome for 9 days.
Oh, okay. I went to Rome, and we stayed in Rome, and I went to the other country of the Vatican City. So that's
Wow.
another country. But I also went to
Vatican.
Assisi as well. We did a day trip, which it
Oh,
was
I
like
would
a
love to
3-hour
go.
drive. And my mom went to Florence for her birthday, which was January 5th. So she got to do that. But that was 2016. Yeah, boy.
Did she go the same time you guys went?
Yeah. But she just did a
This.
day trip and we were doing other stuff.
Hmm.
She wanted to go to
Like
Florence alone.
no, she went with her best friend.
Oh.
So my best friend, my childhood best friend, was in the choir with us. So her family was going, and my family, my mom and my older sister and me rather, were going. And then so we had to perform somewhere, I'm pretty sure. So we stayed with our uncle, the father of the friend family, and all the kids in our group stayed with him. But the two moms went to, I don't know if it was Venice. I think it was Venice. It was either Venice or Florence. But now I'm confused. But they went together on a day trip there, and then they took the train and they took the train back.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah. But Italian hot chocolate was delicious.
Yeah,
It's thicker. It's thicker than
it's
regular
a
hot
lot
chocolate.
thicker. It's more called like drinking chocolate. So like if you think about it like that, yeah. So that's what I've been working on this holiday season.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a
That's
lot of
awesome.
cocoa, not a lot of sugar. So it's very, very chocolatey.
See now I've been working on something that I think you might enjoy. And maybe this is the best place to pitch it to you, you know?
Okay.
So, you know, chicken pot pie?
Yeah.
So it's chicken pot pie, but it's a sandwich, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
What's the bread?
the bread is a buttery crust,
Oh,
right? With just like a light ladle of gravy over a white meat chicken breast.
it's probably like a thicker gravy though, right?
Yeah. And I'm not sure whether to integrate the vegetables into the gravy or just like kind of put them on the side or maybe put them into the crust bun.
Okay, I'm gonna take it one step further.
Okay.
Just because I've also been thinking about this. This is one of those flavor things. I didn't know if I was gonna bring it up or not, but okay, so you have your chicken pot pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, instead, turn it into garlic bread, right? Buttery, delicious garlic bread, right? And then you have your chicken. Then you have your delicious gravy on top with like some of those like carrots and peas and stuff, right? And then what you do is you take fresh, cold celery, chop that up really tiny in bits, put that on top for a nice crunch. And then the odd part that I think actually might really work, because I was thinking about these two flavors, celery and pomegranate. And taking pomegranate, putting just a little bit on. I think that would be really good. And it'd probably be better as a salad, like a chicken, pomegranate, and celery salad. I think that sounds pretty bomb. But I think it might work if you did the right gravy for this sandwich. Probably not. Getting a
Okay.
shake from
As a
D.
salad, absolutely. I could see that, market that. Yeah.
I was
Cut,
thinking, no, but
print,
like pomegranate and celery together sound amazing for some reason to me.
not with garlic bread.
Yeah, the garlic kind of ruins it, but I
Yeah.
love garlic.
Damn.
I love garlic.
Well, you can like I feel like it's a ratio thing at that point. Like I feel like you
Yeah.
could put some garlic on like the chicken maybe. But like I don't know. I like the idea of like the refreshing taste of
Yes.
celery with pomegranate.
Especially cold celery. Like,
Yeah, like I could see that. I'm getting like the just thinking about it. You make me want to drink a Gatorade. But
oh yeah. Like the
um,
cucumber one.
yeah, limon pepino, dude. You know where it's at. Okay. B's completely disgusted by this entire
It's so good.
B, it's the best one, objectively.
haven't had it yet because last time you got it for me to try, you drank it all.
I did. Well, you
You
were
want to think
like,
about like you can think about like the aloe vera water. That's kind of close. Think a little more refreshing than that though. Like
aloe
little more-
vera. Aloe vera is like all the drinks that they have are sweeter. Like
They're
it's like
super sweet.
yeah, they really play up the sweetness. Like I can't even drink them anymore because like I must have like busted my taste buds with them because they're way too sweet. I don't know, like in quarantine during like the height of the pandemic, that was like all I was drinking. Oh, yeah.
I like cucumber water.
yes,
lemon
cucumber
water.
water with mint. Oh,
I've never had cucumber mint water,
delicious.
but I've had cucumber lemon water. But I also did a drinking game, but I drank cucumber water and then I was really sick and drank on cucumber water. I drank a lot of cucumber water.
I don't want to know how much you drank to get sick.
I mean, like I didn't throw up
Too
sick,
much.
but I was very unhappy. My stomach was very unhappy
But
that
you're still
night.
okay with drinking cucumber water after that?
I haven't tried.
Oh, wait a minute. When was this? Because you love cucumber water.
This was over this Christmas.
Oh, okay. I was
And
gonna say you love
also cucumbers
water.
aren't really in season in Pennsylvania right
Mhm.
now. So there's
They were
also
pickles. It's pickle water.
Pickle
No.
water. Oh, that's disgusting.
Pretty gross. Pretty gross.
Yeah, so maybe we
Anyway.
take out the gravy.
Oh,
We can't take
No,
out
the gravy is what makes
got it,
it the
yeah.
top
Yeah.
pie.
Do you think the
I-
gravy would
yeah.
work with the other stuff?
With everything except pomegranates, and I don't like celery.
because
I don't usually like celery either, but I think I like the combo of celery and pomegranates.
Go off, I guess.
What if that's the drink? Chicken pot
Celery
pie
water?
sandwich with celery pomegranate lemonade.
It has to be like celery infused, so you don't want a lot of celery in there. Just a little-
Right. You want the refreshing taste of it, but you don't want like
the stringy bits.
Yeah, or the bits. Yeah. Celery pulp.
I don't like celery pulp.
Bees dying on the inside.
Oh, another thing I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So the difference between juice and aid. Okay, so you think about lemonade and lemon juice.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yes.
the difference between them is that lemonade gets water, limeade gets water. Then you have like orange juice, and that's not helped with water. It's kind of like word stuff. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Please. He's leaving.
Thank you.
Would you drink watermelon aid?
See, you might not know this, but I'm actually allergic to watermelon.
What?
Yeah.
No
Since
way.
when?
Since I was a little kid, I think.
Wait a minute.
I still eat it.
I was gonna say, like, I swear I've seen you eat it.
Why.
I
why.
still eat it. But I am allergic to it.
Do you just get tingly or something?
Mm-hmm. Like my tongue gets like itchy and my throat gets like
That's an allergy.
That's an allergy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know.
Same thing with
sometimes things are good.
pineapple if it's like ripe pineapple. Like if I let the pineapple sit out, I think it like I don't know if it like the acid or something leaves from it, but I can eat it after that and it doesn't affect me as much.
Okay,
Interesting.
I think I know what you mean. I had that happen with kiwi once, although I know I'm not allergic to kiwi. It was like because I am allergic to mangoes. That is something I am allergic to. Something I've claimed that I am allergic to. Something that makes it hard for me to breathe when I eat it. Allergic to. But as far as like kiwis go, I never thought I was allergic to them. But then I was craving them the one day, and I bought one and I ate it, and it did not taste good. It tasted like spicy, if that's a way to describe it. It was like tingly and tart and not good. Very disappointing.
Did you buy like a
And-
tomatillo or something?
I don't think so. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
spicy, but it just wasn't juicy like I was hoping it would be.
So
Okay.
you got like the idea of like a dry kiwi just sounds disgusting.
It was
Yeah,
like
no.
it was like not it was not a good kiwi. But watermelon, huh? Gonna have to add that to my list of things to feed people to kill them.
What the?
I won't die from it. It's like it's not super.
Have you
Crazy.
eaten enough of it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
See, when you think you're gonna die, you stop. But the thing is, you just don't stop.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing now.
Anyway, so Sam, well then, if you're allergic to watermelon but you still eat it, what is a fruit that you like that you're not allergic to? Do you like pomegranates?
I do like pomegranates. I like pretty much every fruit. Okay, one really underrated fruit that I think is delicious is a pear.
I thought you were gonna say dragon fruit, and I was gonna laugh.
No, dragon fruit are not actually that good. They're just sweet. It's weird. They're just like texture and sweet.
Interesting.
A little uncomfortable.
So pears.
Yeah, pears.
I don't like pears because of canned pears.
I think I've only had those a few times. I'm talking about
They're
like
not
'cause
good.
I kind of like the grainy taste of a pear for some reason.
They definitely have a grainy flavor.
Yeah, and it's not like a grainy apple. Like those are disgusting.
Ooh, mm-mm.
Those like
That
that's
just means they're
terrible.
old. It means
Yeah.
they're old.
Or like the homegrown ones that just aren't ripe or something. It's just wrong. Don't eat
Yeah.
an apple like that. But pears, yeah, and then strawberries. Oh, and
Strawberries are my favorite.
yeah, they're your favorite too. Like those are really good.
Alex doesn't. I don't remember Alex's favorite fruit.
It's a
Is it
blood
orange?
orange.
It's a blood orange.
Yeah.
I knew that. I totally knew that. Okay, I totally knew that.
That's
But
Uh-huh.
of the,
point
like,
for me, B. That's a point for me. Put that
Yeah.
down, Alex.
It sounds
I
like
totally-
Sam actually got it, but nice try, B. Yeah.
We got that on
Okay.
recording.
But of the normal fruits,
That's a normal fruit.
Orange is
it's
real
very
normal
hard
fruit.
to find.
Not really.
Oh.
You just have to go to like a Whole Foods place or like
Yeah.
a nicer place.
And they're not always in season, but I mean nothing is.
Did I stutter? I said they're harder to find.
Harder.
Fine.
That's true. Harder is true.
That's fair.
Do you like grapes?
They have to be crispy.
Crispy.
I was actually just talking about this with my brother. They have to be crispy grapes, and you'll pop them. You'll pop them if they're crispy. Like they're delicious, but like if they're not crispy,
Popping boba.
no, like you're
popping
just
grape.
downing grapes. But you know what I mean? Like you think of a hard grape, that's a good grape. If it's a soggy grape, you leave that in the bag. Like,
You
That's
toss that
true.
out.
you don't touch that.
You leave it in the bag and then you whip it around at the end when all the other ones are eaten. You go whoop, 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 whoop.
That's a juice grape. You don't eat those.
That's a juice grape.
Make
I
wine.
like that. That should be the new slogan for Kool-Aid.
Well, Alex, okay, your food tendencies, like so you kind of taught me the power of simplicity when it comes to food. I used to be a person, I still do sometimes go after like the different flavors and making complex things and trying to make things taste unique and individual. I not even like I'm trying to do that. I just like the idea of different flavors together. But then you came in and you're like, dude, you don't have to do that. I was like, wow, it hit me like a brick. I was like, guys, I don't have to do that.
Food can still taste good even when I don't do.
Yeah, it can still taste good. It's the technique you use that can make it taste even better with just normal things. And so I definitely took that to heart.
Yeah.
Just even the way like I prepare a steak, it's just with salt and pepper. It's delicious.
It can be really good just like that.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, dude, my dad recently taught me how to make like a tender steak with just like spices and a spoon.
A spoon. What's the
Yeah.
spoon for?
So
Like,
basically, like you season it, and then with the spoon you just break up all the fibers on the steak.
Yeah, we have a meat mallet for that.
Well, yeah, but with a spoon you get in there and all the fibers go, ugh, you know? Yeah.
never thought of using a spoon.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And you get a good little workout for your fingies. So
And you do that before you put it on, right?
yeah, and you let
Okay,
it
that
sit
makes more
there.
sense.
Before you put on the steak.
Well, I
Oh
was thinking,
yeah,
like, you
it's
put
on
it
the pan.
Yeah, you're like,
No, that'd be so bad. Like that, I feel like that'd be horrible because you're overcooking one side.
I know. Like, okay.
Yeah, no.
That's what it is. I love the crispy parts, like getting it nice and crispy on one side, and it's like, oh,
Mm.
a gift from God.
So, Sam, what is your opinion of like discount meats? Like, I think I know what it is, but
That
like,
is such a great question, B. Now
Like-
you know the answer to this question.
I know
That's
I know the answer to this question,
That's
but
the only way I could afford like meat at all. I will not buy meat if it's not on discount. I know people are like, discount meat, you're probably gonna get sick. I did it for 3 years. Had some of the best food in my life. No, no, I will only buy meat when it's on discount, to the point that I actually bought so much meat, I filled up my fridge that was supposed to be used for 5 guys, and I filled it up with just meat for myself, and I put my name and Sharpie on everything.
Dude.
But
That's
the funny thing
true.
is that like I'll let them have it, but they have to ask me. They can't just like.
oh my
take it,
gosh, don't
know?
get me started on that
No,
idea.
no,
Like,
no.
But I
because-
definitely agree with the idea of like, this is mine, and I will say yes. Give me the courtesy to ask me.
Because I in my head I have like a storage unit, right? I mean, there's probably a couple of them, but one of them is just devoted to like, okay, I have 10 resources of meat. What am I gonna do with that? Okay, if I want to have people over, okay, I know I can make that for them for dinner,
Mm.
Then I know I have 2 sticks of butter in the fridge. I can use that as well. Or I'm only down to like a half a pound of potatoes. I should probably get some more. But if people take them, then I have no idea what that is.
Mhm.
So I do have a plan.
Right.
Mhm. No, I definitely feel that idea, and it's because, but you like you said, you're keeping track of it in your brain. You have an expectation that the thing that you got or were using is still going to be there.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I feel that. But so, is there a favorite thing for you to cook, Sam? I know you like cooking, and I know you like cooking for people, but like, is there something where you're like, I enjoy this, or I could make it all the time and would not get sick of trying it different ways?
I think I love making pasta,
Pasta.
and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of time, but I love doing that because like eating pasta. Eating pasta is just amazing, especially when you made it yourself. You're like, I made this.
That's me with bread. Dude, bread is like
Oh
so
my
hard
gosh,
to make
yeah.
sometimes. But when you make real bread and you're like, I made this bread and it is the best bread you've had in a long time,
Yeah.
but you're like, why was it so hard to make?
Our store-bought bread, you could like you just take one of those bags, right? It's probably like, $1.50 or something. You can compact that thing down to the size of like a quarter. And that's how much bread you're actually buying.
Are you serious?
Dang.
Yes.
Ew.
I mean, I definitely feel like it would be bigger than a quarter.
But
Yeah,
still.
probably.
I
Yeah.
agree that
Yeah, but
it
it's
would
still
be.
like not much bread. Most of it's air.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree
Now,
with that.
if you make a loaf, that thing's gonna be like a rock. If you compact it, it's gonna be a lot bigger than that.
Oh yeah,
store.
no, absolutely. I mean, you still want the air bubbles, and like
Oh yeah.
you still want it to be light and fluffy, not overapproved or underproved or whatever.
What is your favorite dishes?
To eat or to cook?
Oh, to eat.
Alex?
Uh, country fried steak,
Hmm.
maybe.
That's really hard because I'm thinking what's something I would not get sick of eating.
Oh, don't ask that question because you'll get sick of eating anything if you eat it enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Because
gonna
that's where my
say.
brain is like,
That's a trick question. That's an evil question to yourself.
um, probably burgers.
Burgers. I did not know that.
Because first of all, I have a burger recipe that I really like, and as Alex taught me, it's not very difficult. Like it's kind of a basic recipe.
But that's not a
It's not
bad
really
thing.
that hard to make, but it's
That is not a
nostalgic
bad thing. And they're
and
delicious.
delicious. And so I like those burgers. But then also like there are so many different ways to cook a burger, to eat a burger. Like there are like I watched a video on YouTube. I think it was Food Theory who did the video, and it was like they used a website resource that you can see like what things are the same flavor profile as the certain kind of meat or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like what kind of cheese should we use? What kind of lettuce? But then it was like when you use things that were all the same flavor profile, it tasted very one note. But then they did like the opposite, where it was like the least things that tasted like it, and it was better because there was a lot of contrast. So I should send that to you. I'll send that to you, Sam, to watch that.
I think if you had to talk about a word that would describe me, it would be contrast.
Contrast, yeah.
I think that actually, because like even like my bad sketches and stuff, they're always very like dark, light. It's just like very bold.
That's also I feel like that's something you think about a lot.
Yeah, I
Contrast.
Do. Is how one thing contrasts another thing, and that's partly part of your personality. Why, when everyone's feeling one way, you feel it's necessary to balance that out by feeling and acting a different way.
That's not fair to call me out like that, B.
I mean, am I wrong?
There is definitely a part of me that's like, I need to be the rebel, you know. It's probably not the best part of me. But yeah, I definitely look at how I affect or how I flavor the group, if you want to say it that way, or how I flavor other people. What's my impression that I'm giving to them?
Oh, definitely. And I feel like we all do that a little bit. I just mean you specifically, I feel consider contrast often. And that's something that's admirable and also like fascinating.
I think a lot of people get, especially even just like coworkers, like I'll get that reaction of like, oh, I hate you. But like they say it in the way that like they love me. Like they'll say it in the most like kind, compassionate way because like I irritate them, but I also like definitely at least left a note that they liked.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's that contrast coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
So country fried steak, burgers, and then what's yours, Sam?
I don't know. It depends on the season.
You have seasonal foods. I mean, there are definitely foods that are seasonal because of where you live and when you can buy them.
For sure.
But when you guys come out to visit, I definitely know I'm gonna take you guys to go.
Benihana's?
No, you've never been there.
Mexihana's?
I've never been to Benihana's either.
How did you know?
Mexihana's, dude. They opened up. They're kind of like Benihana's, but it's like a Mexican place. They have like a hibachi grill, but they grill Mexican food instead. It's like a Mexican Benihana's that opened. You gonna take us there?
Yeah. For the breakfast tacos.
For the breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
The spam breakfast tacos.
No.
That sounds good.
No.
That sounds good. Like, come on, that sounds
No.
good. Spam breakfast tacos. Like, you kind of dice it up real good. Put it in there with. All right.
Dude, Alex, check in later with Alex. He'll have made that and he'll be like, it was not bad.
It was really good.
It was really bad.
It's really good with my mayonnaise.
Sam,
Yes.
what's you as a Crayola color?
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like that'd have to be a question that someone else would have to say for me, like answer for me.
I see.
I think it's very clear that B is like a yellow. I think that's
The discontinued dandelion yellow.
yeah. I think it's very clear that B is a yellow. Alex, it definitely depends on your mood, but definitely something bold. I know you. I would think purple. For
you would think purple. That's just my favorite color.
I know that's just your favorite color, but like I do think that. But that could be because you wear it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like if I had to tell myself, I'd say that I was cerulean because
You're gonna have to explain that color to me.
well, it's blue, right?
Okay.
But the color, like the crayon, looks one way, but it actually is an entirely different crayon color.
That always like bothered me as a kid because you see the crayon and you're like, oh, this is the color I want to use.
Yeah, because
cerulean
is a darker blue, like as a color, as a crayon, but it's a lighter blue when you draw with it.
This might be that one color that I'm like, this was not like, because I remember there were definitely colors that I would use when I was using Crayola. I was like, this is the color I want, and that might be the one that I was like, no. I actually really liked that one. I liked that color a lot.
Yeah, dude, cerulean was baller.
Especially like the deep cerulean. That's like one of my favorite colors.
There's a very specific crayon I'm thinking of, and I cannot find what the name is. It's the purpley pink one.
Violet?
Like, no. It has a wrapper that's on the purple side, but then it's also like on the pinker side. Like,
is this for me or just in general?
This is for you specifically, Sam.
Oh, okay.
It's not violet red.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, it's not violet red.
It's not magenta.
It might be plum.
There's also a difference between red violet and violet red.
I know, and
I remember that.
It's for Crayola. It's the first word that is the bolder color.
Oh, I did not know that.
Are you thinking of orchid?
I think that's it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna screen share orchid real quick.
Oh, how are the viewers? You're gonna have to look this up, viewers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, viewers, please Google orchid.
Wait. That's it. That's the one I'm thinking of for Sam.
You're thinking orchid?
Sam's orchid.
The outlier in the purple or pink, it doesn't fit into either category.
Well, there's several that are kind of like, what's going on here? Like, these all look like somebody's nails. But orchid.
That was what I was picturing.
That's a good one.
Do you know why?
No.
That's nice. Hold on.
But that was the one that came to mind.
The call's about to end.
I would definitely say orchid for Sam, for sure.
Yeah.
For Alex, I don't know what crayon you're talking about specifically. Like, I don't know what yours looks like.
Cerulean.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like.
So, are you thinking that? Because do you remember that pink shirt that I have?
Maybe.
Is that why?
It doesn't look like that.
I do love that pink shirt. You did pick one of my favorite shirts.
So I think it's because it doesn't Like it's cool. It's one of my favorites, but it's also like really super annoying.
No.
Uh,
So
that's a
contrast.
relationship with you.
So yeah, contrast.
Contrast.
No,
Oh my
exactly, because yeah.
We're gonna get comments like, "Oh, that guy was amazing. I hate him."
Yeah, that guy is the greatest. He sucks.
He's,
Why does he sound like someone I know but hate? Don't know.
I think that that's gonna be great. That this is gonna be a great inaugural episode. And here's why, right? I think that if there ever was a person like to kind of like roll with the fact that we don't know what we're doing, I think it was a good thing that it was you. What?
No, you're good.
Because I feel like while the guest Dries, we kind of decided on like going for it because we wanted to shine a light on everybody. And I know that like the show itself, the podcast isn't huge in any way, but as it grows slowly, I like to think that we can look back on these and be like, wow, we really were terrible at what we did.
yeah, no, that makes sense. But no, I mean, I miss Sam a lot. Sam, I miss you. Because there was a while where we were doing like me and Alex do a lot of things together.
Yeah,
And there
we're
was a
best
while
friends.
where me, Alex, and Sam were all doing a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah.
And that was baller. That was a lot of fun.
Some of my favorite times.
Yeah. How is your cat doing, by the way?
Yeah, where's your damn cat? I haven't seen him forever.
She's doing really well. She's trained the other cats to like humans, so it's pretty nice.
Oh,
wait, is she
dang.
in Indy?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I took her on the plane and flew with her, and
That's
now
right.
she likes being in cars from that experience.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
For the people who don't know, I last like 2 quarters of school, or the last quarter of school, we found, my brother and I and his girlfriend found some cats, like very tiny, like smaller than your hand, and we raised them illegally in our school. And I got the runt, the loudest, most obnoxious cat ever. But I, fed her and kept her warm and
She
gave
was
her
born.
food. I already said fed her, but and I took her with me back from California back home, and I still have her now. She is the softest cat I've owned.
That's nice.
She's very odd, but she's sweet.
Well, this has been a prosperous episode. Inaugural, as Alex said, episode of While the Guests Rise. And Sam, you're coming at us from Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, Indiana, the one and only.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
Which is Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eastern Standard, same time zone as New York and Florida.
And Philadelphia, which is where he is.
And Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania. Heck yeah.
I'm on the West Coast. I'm keeping it real.
Keeping it real from the West Coast.
Yeah. Not over there in freaking abundant cheese fantasy land, huh? I'm over here in dry, horrible avocado eating land.
There's only one fantasy land. Okay, we know where that is.
Oh shit! It's
supposedly.
Well, it's in Disneyland, California. Oh
no.
Oh, Nebraska, the fantasy land.
Yeah. Did you guys forget? Did you guys
grow up?
Did you guys grow up?
Alex forgot about it.
Sam, if you noticed by our corporate business outfits that we've been wearing the entire podcast, we're very adult now.
Shoot.
Sam, this is a series of
That.
tests brought together by Harvard, dealing with a social experiment in which we talk mostly to people randomly generated by AI.
Wait, does that mean I'm AI?
Thanks for joining us on today's episode of While the Guest Dries.
Yeah, it's been really great.
We really hope that we can come with many
Wait.
different guests and a multitude of beautiful topics, much like this one.
Amen.
All right, guys, you have a good rest of your day,
Bye.
and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Wait, what?
Oh yeah, we'd like to thank Sam LeMark for coming out.
Oh.
We really appreciate him.
No, and thank you guys. I love you guys. I do. It's been nice.
And we love you too. All right. Peace out. Bye.
Peace.
While our friends hang on a clothesline, we laugh and talk and we just feel fine. While the guest dries, my gratitude for the people I love, it grows and grows. And when they hear these, I hope that love continues to show.